So this is the JBL Flip 7, and it was announced alongside its larger brother, the JBL Charge 6. Now, the JBL Flip 7 is still a great small portable Bluetooth speaker to consider. However, the upgrades here aren't as impressive as the upgrades found on the JBL Charge 6. Nonetheless, today we are going to check out the JBL Flip 7, and we're going to see how it compares to both the JBL Flip 6 and the JBL Flip 5, and we're going to see if it's even worth upgrading. Regarding pricing, just like the Charge 6, the Flip 7 has also gotten a price increase. Now, this speaker has a retail price of $150. Pretty up there if you ask me, because the Flip 6 had a retail price of $120 when it first came out, and the Flip 5 had a retail price of $100 when it first came out. Nonetheless, if you want to pick any of these speakers up, they will be linked down below, or you can always press on the YouTube shopping button, and if you want to further support the channel, then you can always pick up some merch. So first, there is the design of this speaker. Now, the Flip 7 is a small size speaker, and it's very similar to the Flip 6, except they have rearranged the button layout here, which isn't super important, to be honest. But other than that, almost everything else is the same. All of these speakers are dirt and water resistant, and they all have a mostly fabric wrap body, so they're going to be able to easily stand up to constant abuse from bumps and scrapes. The only notable design difference on the Flip 7 is that it now has this quick release button for its lanyard on the back, and you actually get a secondary carabiner. But honestly, I think this change is pointless, and I think the lanyards on both the Flip 6 and Flip 5 were perfectly fine. However, I do think that this is going to be a great opportunity for third-party case manufacturers to make, let's say, a quick release stand for this speaker, so they can quickly attach your Flip 7 to your bike's handlebars or some type of railing or something. Overall, the Flip 7 is a small, portable, and durable Bluetooth speaker, which is great to take on the go with you. The only thing that I do want to point out here is that the USB-C port on the speaker is exposed. Now, you can still throw your Flip 7 into the pool, and it's going to be perfectly fine. However, before you can actually charge it back up, you do want to let it air dry, because if you ever try to charge the speaker up after you've been at the pool or something, and then you just get like this red indicator light on the back, don't worry, it's not broken, you just gotta let it dry off. Now, when it comes to battery life, the Flip 7 has been slightly upgraded from its predecessors. The Flip 7 has an advertised battery life of 14 hours, which is a 2-hour upgrade over both the Flip 6 and Flip 5, because these speakers have an advertised battery life of 12 hours. And if you were to use the Flip 7 with Playtime Boost turned on, then it's going to have an advertised battery life of 16 hours. However, Playtime Boost is going to lower your bass and is going to increase the mids and highs on the speaker, so your music isn't going to sound as good. So for the best sound, you want to use the Flip 7 with Playtime Boost turned off. But real-world use with these speakers playing at 80% volume, all of these speakers are going to be good for around 8 hours of playback time. However, 80% volume on the Flip 7 is noticeably louder than 80% volume on these other two speakers. So you might end up using the Flip 7 at a slightly lower volume, so you're going to end up extending its battery life that way. Now, like I mentioned earlier, the Flip 7 charges via a USB-C port just like these other two speakers. However, what is new here is that you can now use this USB-C port as a wired connection with your phone or your computer, which is something that you can't do with these older Flip speakers. However, unlike the Charge 6, you cannot use the USB-C port on the Flip 7 to charge your phone. Now, I know the battery on the Flip 7 is smaller than the battery on the Charge 6, but I would like to be able to use this speaker to charge my phone in case of an emergency. However, something that I don't like about this speaker is that it doesn't come included with a charging cable. Not cool. Now, obviously, you can use your phone's charger to charge it up, but I do think that is messed up that the Flip 7 and the Charge 6 have price increases, but they both removed their cables. But when it comes to overall connectivity, the speaker can be connected to 2 devices at the same time, so you and a friend can both be DJ. Latency isn't an issue for this speaker, so you can use it to watch videos with on your phone. And when it comes to audio codecs, the Flip 7 has support for both SBC and AAC. But wait, if you want to further support the channel, then check out our partners over at Factor. Factor ships chef-cooked meals right to your door, which are genuinely very tasty, they're healthy, and they're super easy to prepare, and cleanup is super easy as well. You can choose from 40 different meals a week, and you can sort through them by preferences or dietary needs. Personally, I'm a fan of the Tex-Mex beef bowl. It's hearty and spicy. The chimichurri chicken breast is super tasty and macro-friendly, and the honey butter chicken breast with mashed potatoes are perfect for when you need something warm and comfy. So click on our link down below and get 50% off on your first order, and you're gonna get free shipping for life, and you're gonna get 2 free add-ons for life as well. I actually went with the wellness shots. Factor makes it very easy to eat good, save money, and save time. But with all that out of the way, let's talk about sound. Now, both the Flip 7 and Flip 6 have a front-mount firing woofer and a front-mount firing tweeter and dual passive radiators that shoot out the sides. Whereas with the Flip 5, this speaker has a single front-mount firing woofer and dual passive radiators that shoot out the sides. And the woofer and the tweeter setup on both the Flip 7 and Flip 6 is a big deal because the woofer handles the mids and the tweeter handles the highs, like this. So like you may have just seen, the woofer handles the mids and the tweeter handles the highs, and this is just going to help your music sound a lot more open and is going to have much better SMS separation. And in 2025, this speaker setup is mostly reserved for your more premium speakers, whereas more affordable speakers are still rocking a dual woofer setup. And finally, the Flip 7 connects to JBL's app just like how you can with the Flip 6, so you can either choose from a few pre-made EQs or you can make your own. But now we're just going to go ahead and jump into the sound test. All of these speakers are playing at 75% volume. They're all running their stock EQs and they're all playing while unplugged.
It's sunset on Friday, I'm stuck on the highway, it's been a while. I'm late to the party, you already started the sparkling wine. I need to find a spark to keep me from the dark. I'm looking for a fire star tonight to light me up all around. 'Cause you're the only one I'm thinking of. Don't let me burn to the ground. I wasted time, these city lights, still I can't get you out my mind. I need a fire star tonight. I'm looking for a I need a I'm looking for a I'm down in the mirror with perfume and glitter. I'm on the way. Feels like I'm 16. Your blue eyes and ripped jeans. What can I say? As long as there's a spark to keep me from the dark.
So like you may have just heard, both the Flip 7 and Flip 6 sound a lot more open than the Flip 5 thanks to the woofer and tweeter setup. But also both the Flip 7 and Flip 6 have more bass than the Flip 5. Simply put, if you have the Flip 5, upgrading to either the Flip 6 or the Flip 7, you're going to get a noticeable sound improvement just because both of these speakers have a woofer and tweeter setup. But if you're going from the Flip 6 to the Flip 7, the main performance difference that you're going to notice is going to be max volume performance. The Flip 7 gets noticeably louder than these other two speakers. Now, I think the Flip 6 gets decently loud for a speaker of this size, but I am genuinely impressed by just how loud the Flip 7 manages to get. However, just like the Charge 6, I feel that the Flip 7 is getting pushed a little too hard when it comes to those higher volumes. Now, JBL claims that you're not going to get any distortion at those higher volumes because of AI sound boost, but I feel that the highs can sometimes get a little crackly. And also keep in mind, if you were to use the Flip 7 while it's plugged in, you are not going to get a performance boost out of it like you would with the Extreme 4. But overall, the Flip 7 sounds good thanks to the woofer and tweeter setup, and it gets louder than the Flip 6. Just be warned that at those higher volumes, the highs might distort a little bit on rare occasions, and it honestly does depend on what you're listening to. But finally, let's talk about pairing these speakers up with other speakers. Now, with all of these speakers, if you have two of the same speakers, then you can wirelessly pair them up and get them to play in left and right stereo mode. But they have to be two of the exact same speakers. So you're going to need two Flip 7s, you're going to need two Flip 6s, or you're going to need two Flip 5s. Unfortunately, you cannot get a Flip 5 and a Flip 6 and get them to play in stereo mode. Now, both the Flip 5 and the Flip 6 are using Party Boost, so you can pair them up to other Party Boost speakers like either a Boombox 3, a Boombox 2, an Extreme 3, an Extreme 4, a Charge 5, a Pulse 5, a Pulse 4, a Flip 5, or to a Flip 6, and you can get up to 100 speakers playing together. But then there's the JBL Flip 7, which is using Auracast, so you can pair it up to other Auracast speakers like either a Charge 6 or to an Extreme 4 or to a Flip 7 or to a Clip 5 or a Go 4, and again, you can pair up to 100 speakers together and get them to play in sync. But unfortunately for right now, you cannot wirelessly connect your JBL Flip 7 to your JBL Flip 6 and get them to play in sync. And if you're paying attention, you may have noticed that the Extreme 4 is the only speaker here that connects to both Auracast speakers and Party Boost speakers. The Extreme 4 can literally live in both worlds, which I think is great. However, none of these other Auracast speakers are able to do this. Now, I don't know if these other Auracast speakers will be upgraded in the future to do this, but for right now, you cannot connect your Flip 7 to any of your older Party Boost speakers. However, since the JBL Flip 7 is using Auracast, the cool thing here is that you can connect the speaker up to JBL's newer party boxes that are also using Auracast, like either the Party Box Encore 2 or to a Party Box 120, 320, 520, or Ultimate, whereas this is something that you just couldn't do with JBL's older speakers that are using Party Boost. So if you're planning on growing your collection of speakers, then you do want to go with the Flip 7 because it has Auracast. And it looks like JBL is going to be using Auracast here on out. Plus, you can connect your JBL speakers with non-JBL speakers that are also using Auracast. However, I do have to point out that I do feel that JBL's Party Boost is stabler and easier to use than Auracast. But with all that being said, the JBL Flip 7 is still a great small portable Bluetooth speaker to consider. It sounds open thanks to its woofer and tweeter setup, and it gets impressively loud for its size. However, I do feel that JBL is pushing the speaker to its limits, and at those higher volumes, sometimes some distortion might come in. It depends on what you're listening to. But the battery life on this speaker has been slightly improved, and it now has Auracast. Yes, the Flip 7 is still a great option. However, the improvements here aren't as impressive as the improvements found on the Charge 6. But regardless, JBL's Flip speakers have always been great. But I do think that the quick release lanyard on the back is pointless, and the Flip 7 now has a more premium price. If you made it this far, I guess you enjoyed the video, so hit the like button and get subscribed. If you want to pick any of the products up, they'll be linked down below. And if you want to further support the channel, check out the merch. I made some shirts and hoodies that look and feel great. And you know I can be very particular, so I'll only slap my name on something if I'm really proud of it.